Welcome to Out of the Blue, number 173. So I'm going to repeat myself today and try and be a little more clear. Here we are, leaning against the blue fiddle itself. Look at the gem. Where is it? There. Look at that. So anyway, I'm going to lean you up against the fiddle. And because Neo-Swedenborgianism is something new. And so as something new, a lot of people don't know how to take it. So some of it, not all of it, but is in reaction to what we call today the near-death experience, right? So a near-death experience, a person's heart stops, they pass out, they see a tunnel of light, they float above their body, they travel to a city of light where some deceased friend or relative greets them and gives them a little tour, and then they're called back and they come back and they wake up and they say that they just saw this afterlife city. And how do people react to that? So historically there's two reactions. Me, I'm the new reaction down here. New, but I'll get to that in a minute. If this experience of seeing the afterlife, seeing the city of light, etc., confirms your beliefs, those people say, Amen. And there's another type of person who they do not believe in that, and they think it's BS. So they say it's BS. I am saying a different thing. I'm saying that this is observable. This NDE experience is something that can be observed, it can be studied, it can be quantified, it can be predicted for, and it can be tested for. This is a new thing because it is it is a reaction to the new information we have, because we now have this new ability to resuscitate people, and so this is happening and happening and happening. And so we need to look at this new information. The information of somebody whose heart has stopped and they've been brought back to life and they tell you what it was like. We didn't used to have that in such a large quantities like we do now. It used to be extremely rare, and now it happens every day. So anything that is observable and predictable and testable and quantifiable is real. So this NDE experience has some kind of reality. And I'm also with the BS people because we want to rationalize it and look at it rationally and logically. And the Amen people essentially agree that you've gone to the afterlife and the spirit world. The BS people say, no, it's only in your mind. It's only in your mind. And that is what I'm saying. I'm saying that since this person was laid out on a hospital bed with their eyes closed, or even Swedenborg himself used to sit in a chair with his eyes closed, where is this spirit world that they go to? Well, it's rational and logical to conclude that it is in their head. So, it's in their head. Well, that means the NDE is all in their head. Well, under the heading of the NDE, you have tunnel of light, which is your optic nerve. We have the city of light. We have the life review, which is everything that you've ever experienced. So this is all in your head. And being in your head, as you die, that puts it under the heading of neurophysiology. Neurophysiology is a science. And so this phenomenon can be studied scientifically. And all this adds up to the fact that it is now, we can conclude that it is real, that the afterlife is a real experience. So that's different from saying it's a real place. So it's a real experience that you have a real chance of experiencing. Now, that's all well and good. But Neo-Swedenborgianism is actually not really focused on death and dying in the afterlife. We're more concerned with living and how to live the best life possible. Okay, this is an extremely grounded worldview. So we want to include this NDE as part of life, and then use that information to better navigate the living we have to do now. So I'm not looking forward to some pie in the sky. I'm looking to face the facts of life squarely and to move from there and decide how to live and what to do. And you read these near-death experiences. I'll link to neardeath.com in the notes. And people have this life review where they see every detail in their whole life, and that is a real wake-up call. And you don't have to have that experience. You can, as I've said, I've never had this experience. I've only read about it. But when you read about these life reviews, and then you get a moment alone, you can think about your own life. You can review your own life consciously without having to die and come back. Review your whole life from wherever you are to your earliest memory. Think about everything and everybody. And this is a project that can take weeks, Think about everything you've ever done. Think about every teacher you ever had in school. And over the course of a few weeks, maybe even 2 months, you do this, and you get this picture of your whole life. Because the question is, well, what will your life review be like? Okay, and so you think about your whole life, as they say in the near-death experience, you think about it from the point of view of everyone else. Well, that's an eye-opening experience too. And then after you've done that, you go on from there and you think, well, how do I want to live? So I want to be clear that we're not harping on the I seem to be harping on the afterlife all the time, but in fact, that afterlife, reading about the near-death experience and thinking about it, is a step towards living your own life, living the life you want to live. So this is an extremely self-centered philosophy. Should I maybe I'll attach it to libertarianism, because libertarianism is based on the writings of Ayn Rand, and Ayn Rand wrote a book called The Virtue of Selfishness. And so Neo-Swedenborgianism, seeing as it does that this afterlife experience is completely within your own subconscious, that is a completely selfish view of it. So everything you do in your life and you put in your life is going into this subconscious, which you then enter when you die, and you exist there for an indeterminate length of time. Okay. Also, when you read the near-death experiences, some of them can last weeks. They subjectively are weeks long. But anyway, to get back to the real point is, how does thinking about this experience change the way you want to live? Because the point is to live your life, to live your own life the way you want to live it, and to have the more information you have about the facts of life, the better you can do that. And so one fact of life is that we have this event to look forward to. I was going to say to either dread or to look forward to, but really there's nothing really to dread about it. Anyway, welcome to Out of the Blue, number 173.